ELI5. Why does it take meth addicts 2 years to feel normal after getting clean? There was a large study on people who tapered off buprenorphine for opioid addiction within 18 and 24 months. The serious relapse rate was around 75 and 70 respectively. I'm hoping for longer studies, but this does show what I think of in layman's terms as brain damage or a severe alteration of the brain. We know now that brain damage isn't necessarily permanent, but healing is slow. 2 years is a minimum for any addiction and probably longer. The good news is that it's a progression. You won't be 100 better at 1 year, but you'll be X better for sure. Waits. May I get back to normal after just 2 hours? Do meth in the morning. Come home and play with the kids. Take their own, fent, benzo and weed combo and go to sleep. In the morning after morning redose of meth I feel completely back to normal and can continue with my day. Sometimes I need another redose at lunch when things are hectic, but I'm clean so my organs can handle the extra meth. As long as I balance it out with heroin, benzos, fent and weed combo, it will be fine and feel like the best I've felt in a long time. You've been feeding yourself a high as often as you can for the last X years of your life. Your brain wants that high and is capable of making you feel sad or angry, so it gets what it wants. It takes a long time for you to migrate away from the lures of instant gratification. I doubt that it's 2 years to the dot. It's most likely to do with sustaining abstinence for a continued period of time. Some drugs take a long time to seep out of the body, but new behaviors also need time to become established. I'm about 1 year and 5 months into my sobriety from these orange pressies labeled as Adderall, but was definitely meth that I bought off the dark web. Even after nearly a year and a half, I'm just now starting to feel normal again. I think a lot of that has to contribute to working out and eating healthier. Prior to starting to feel better, I had zero energy all the time. All I wanted to do was lay down and sleep. No energy, no motivation, it was awful. I can't speak on meth, but alcohol. When I first quit I was misdiagnosed with dementia, had 3rd stage kidney disease and was pre-diabetic. After 2 years of being sober I was given a clean bill of health. I was literally pickling my brain. I know meth is a hell of a drug and hard on the body. Takes a while for your body to get back to normal. But don't give up. This too shall pass and you live a much better life. Imagine being tickled on your arm by a feather, but every time it happens your skin grows a little thicker and calloused. The first time sends delightful shivers up your spine. You feel every subtle movement. The next time is the same but a little less. After many times your skin is so thick and hard it's just a dull, lifeless feeling. The joy is just a distant memory and there is no way to feel it again. You can't ever be clean. Alcohol is in the same boat, but more acceptable. Once you hit the addiction buzz you're kind of screwed. Nothing will make you feel okay, but that feeling went okay and that's a long leap to being normal. It's barely applicable, but the Irish have a saying, it's a lot easiest to climb a tree that's already fallen over. Didn't take me that long. I was more of a weekend binge kinda guy though. It was fun at first, but eventually I was just doing it to jack off the entire time. That was a very dark hole to fall into. After a few months I started to feel pretty normal. I was also quitting opiates and had Suboxone, so that made it much easier. I think it's a combo of lack of sleep, and neurotoxicity of meth. That shit will add up over time. Sleep is how the brain and body fix things. When you are constantly using high doses of a neurotoxin drug, and not giving your brain time to repair, it's going to catch up to you. Been clean almost exactly a year. Smoked this shit for about 7 years before that. Quit smoking cigarettes in January too. Now I'm in the best shape of my life and definitely out of the funk. It took 3 months of working out and running daily, but I feel better than normal now. It's the same with opiates. Been 4.5 years on antidepressants multiple kinds, and my depression has never really gone away. It's dopamine deficiency. It totally sucks. For all you that reply and were users at one time, great job stopping and keep it up, stay strong and remember there are always people to talk to. Jesus fuck holy, I didn't know. I'm bawling. Thanks to those that have shared their stories. It was hard to read, but I needed to hear. As I understand it, your dopamine receptors are desensitized, meaning you can't feel joy or excitement from everyday activities. Considering there's probably cleaning products in methamphetamine, odd that it take so long to get that clean feeling. I'm not sure it ever goes fully back to normal. Meth is a hell of a drug and can do lifelong damage when used enough. Can I still turn life around at 30? I'm 21 months clean from meth and want to go back to school next year.